I'm going to show you how to make my favorite banana muffins. The ingredients you're going to need are 2 mashed bananas, half a cup of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups of flour, and 1/3 cup of milk. Now, for the non-ingredients, you're going to need 2 bowls, 1 for dry ingredients, 1 for good, an electric hand mixer, a muffin tin, and some baking spray. Now let's put it all together. Okay, so for the first step is to cream the butter and the sugar together until light and fluffy. So we're going to add our half a cup of butter. Make sure it's softened but not melted all the way. Get that in there. It's okay to use your hands. And then you're going to add the 3/4 cup of sugar. Just like that. And I'm going to go wash my hands. Okay, so now the butter and sugar is in the bowl and my hands are clean. I'm going to whip these until they're nice and fluffy. Alright, so that's what your final product should look like. They should be really well incorporated, and you should tell a difference in the fluffiness. So now we're going to add our wet ingredients. 2 eggs, 1, and there's the second one. Alright. The next one is going to be the bananas that we mushed up earlier. Make sure they're 2 medium bananas. Alright, 1/3 cup of milk. And our 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Now it's time to mix. Alright, your eggs should be well beaten and everything should be well incorporated. Now it's time to mix the dry ingredients. Okay, so now get your small bowl and it's time to do the dry ingredients. You're going to add the 2 cups of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now just get a fork and make sure these are well incorporated. And then we're going to add these to the wet ingredients. Alright, now instead of using the hand mixer, we're going to go ahead and just use a wooden spoon to make sure the dry ingredients are just moistened enough. Make sure you mix those up. And just one more thing, I forgot to tell you guys. Make sure you set the oven for 425. And if you want to do bread instead of muffins, make sure it's 350. Right? And this is what your batter should look like after everything's all incorporated.
That looks good.
The next thing we're gonna do is you're gonna get your muffin pan and whatever cooking spray you prefer and make sure the sides and bottoms are nicely coated. Right? Now we're gonna add the batter to the pans. For this, there's no easy way to do it. Just kind of guesstimate. Wait, stop. Just have to guess how much batter is going into the pan. I usually like to start off with a few spoonfuls in each tin. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of that and I'll check back in with you in a second. So now that we've filled up all of our muffins, it's time to go put them in the oven for 45 minutes. So just make sure you get it in the middle of the rack and we'll check back on these in 45 minutes. So the timer just went off and I'm going to see if they're ready. Okay, so you can see they're a little bit golden brown, which might be a little bit too done, but they'll probably be okay on the inside. I wasn't paying attention, so usually you just gotta check them in a little bit. But now I'm just gonna let them sit here to cool.
Look at that muffin top. Oh